Love incredibly tasty seafood? Welcome to Seafood 101, where we celebrate the journey from sea to market to table. For more than 100 years, Seattle has been the home of our commercial fishing industry and the North Pacific fishing fleet. Today, our industry has never been healthier. Seattle is the home of hundreds of fishing companies, shipyards, suppliers, and marine services. Fishing is the past, present, and future of the Pacific Northwest. If you love sustainably caught wild seafood, you've come to the right place. Visit PacificNorthwestSeafood101.com to check out all the delicious recipes, news, and upcoming events. Now here's what's on the menu for today's program.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Seafood 101. My name is Jeremiah Karpowitz, and I'm the editorial director of National Fishermen. And today I'm thrilled to be joined by a couple people from the Port of Seattle. We have Kelli Goodwin, who is the Senior Manager of Maritime Operations at the Port. And we have Delmas Whittaker, who's the Senior Manager for Fishing and Commercial Vessels at the Port of Seattle. Thanks for joining us today, Kelli and Delmas.
Thanks for having us.
So the Port of Seattle is home to the North Pacific Fleet. Delmas, can you tell us a little bit about the port's operation at Fisherman's Terminal there?
Well, thank you very much, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. Fisherman's Terminal is the first Port of Seattle property, and we're extremely proud of that and its role that it plays in the commercial fishing industry. It's a big 26-acre facility with about 20 buildings and a lot of parking and 21,000 linear feet of space for our fishing fleet, where we have anywhere in a range of about 300 or so commercial fishing vessels that call Fisherman's Terminal home. We really pride ourselves in being that home of the North Pacific fishing fleet and try to live up to that moniker.
Yeah, the size of that is just impressive. Is that something that people find surprising when they hear how big it really is?
I think when you drive over the Ballard Bridge and you kind of look over and see it, you get excited by it. Now, the one thing that they don't really get a good visual of is I also have the pleasure of managing the Maritime Industrial Center, which is kind of a smaller facility. However, it does provide a place for some of our larger commercial fishing vessels. I have a couple of docks over there that support that operation for those boats that are just about 200 feet. So, but not quite like my friend Kelli, she'll describe with her facility, but we definitely do our best to support the needs of the fleet.
Yeah, Kelli, tell us a little bit about the port's operations at Terminal 91.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremiah. I'd love to. So at Terminal 91, I've heard a lot of people describe it as a port within a port. We have a wide variety of operations that take place at 91 and actually touch almost every sector of maritime. We have tugs and barges, cruise ships that are large and small, research vessels, ships of state, mega yachts, and of course, one of our largest sectors is the fishing sector. A little different than Delmas's fishing sector. He has more of the family under 200-foot size vessels, and here at 91, we often have the vessels that are over 200 feet. So we have a property that's a little close to 200 acres and about little over 8,000 lineal feet of pier space. And due to the large fishing sector presence here at 91, we also have on-site cold storage operations, as well as manufacturers of fish processing equipment and a fish processing plant itself that takes place on-site.
Excellent. And can you talk a little bit about your job responsibilities, kind of managing and taking care of all that?
Yeah. As the senior manager for maritime operations, I have the pleasure of overseeing a small but highly efficient 24/7 team, and we manage actually 10 properties, Terminal 91 being the largest. Several of our properties are located across the central waterfront, and also a few of them, handful, are in Delmas River. I actually think I have one of the best jobs at the port and in the maritime industry. My team gets to interact with customers who run businesses bringing goods to our region, providing fish for our tables, and bringing economic diversity and stability to our area. I also have the honor of representing and communicating the interests of our customers to our port leadership and project managers. So when it comes to capital planning efforts and the maintenance priorities of our facilities, I get to kind of be that intermediary to help spread the message and make sure we're meeting the needs of the fleet and the other customers.
Excellent. Delmas, how does that line up with or cover some of what you do?
Well, Kelly's hit the nail on the head. Is that we both are representing the best interest of the Port of Seattle and the fishing industry. My role here on the further northern end of the city, I have the opportunity of kind of being that mayor of a little city. So I get the opportunity to work hand in hand with the small independent fishing fleet. And sitting in the heart of the industrial complex. This also gives me the opportunity to see the comings and goings of fishers from 2 and 3 generations, but also where we're nestled. We also have the Magnolia community, Interbay, Ballard community that also will walk our open dock space. We are a working dock, but we're open to the public. So we have a lot of comings and goings here on the facility. On our upland property, I partner with our real estate managers who manage I'd say 200 to 300 businesses that we may have here on the facility that have day-to-day operations. But we so fishing's not our only job in town, and also we have a small recreational community that are that love to be around the fishing fleet. But our priority is the fishing fleet. I want to make that very clear, and so we make sure that all of our fishers have a place to be. So and I think as far as I also manage Salmon Bay Marina, which is a 170 slip recreational facility, in addition to Fisherman's Terminal and the Maritime Industrial Center.
Excellent. And Kelly, you mentioned a little bit the economic impact of the port and some of what comes out of the work you're doing. I wanted to see if you could give us a little bit better sense of what that looks like or what that means.
Yeah, thanks. There was a study that came out that highlighted the impact that was taking place as of 2017. And when we factor in all the segments of commercial fishing at the Port of Seattle, the activities, direct, indirect, kind of add up to $750 million or more of business output for that year, and 7,200 jobs that were directly associated with commercial fishing. So it's a big regional, local impact, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Excellent. And Delmas, I mean, some of that touches on what you just highlighted in terms of that commercial fishing segment being a priority for you.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at those totals, and as I've shared, I have about 300 of those vessels that contribute to that total of output, and we are the beneficiaries of a lot of those small jobs that are found on our commercial fishing vessels and on properties that we have throughout the port that both Kelly and I share.
Excellent. And, talking about the evolution of the fishing industry, that's obviously changing and growing, and there's another generation that's going to be coming in later. And I know the port is very focused on enabling that. So is that something that has you guys excited for the future, or, what can you tell us about those efforts? Kelly, maybe we can start.
Yeah, I'm super excited about being involved with the industry right now, and I think young people will be too, when they get the message that, one of the things I'm excited about is the fleet is recapitalizing, and as they do, they're totally engaged with and embracing technological innovation and making sure the vessels are eco-friendly and greener than the past, and just to see how they're innovating, making vessels safer for their crew. They're figuring out how to process the product so that there's almost zero waste. And the way they are looking at the harvest and the biomasses to make sure that this is a sustainable industry for generations. It's an exciting time to be in it.
Excellent. And Delmas, we'll give you the last word and close us out about what has you excited about the future and the Port of Seattle.
Well, I'll tell you, prior to COVID, I was super excited to sit with some of the industry leaders, to listen to them and have them communicate their plans to revolutionize fishing, and also the products that we find on our dinner table. As this would be that time of the year where we'd be sampling all kinds of different new and awesome food that come from the sea. I'm still excited that those plans will be moving forward. And just as Kelli pointed out, I'm excited about our young people and another generation of fishers that will be exposed to the maritime industry. The Port of Seattle, as we have internship programs and things of that nature that are, geared to also expose these young people, to maritime jobs and opportunities. I worked with Youth Maritime Collaborative. The Goodwill has a great program, and we're making sure that the young people that are out there that are searching for those opportunities have a clear understanding that there are definitely good wage-paying jobs in the maritime industry that can and will be in the future very progressive, and they will provide them with a great opportunity to enrich their lives and their future.
Excellent. It's a good note to close out on. Well, I want to thank Kelli and Delmas for joining us, and thank you for joining us for Seafood 101, which celebrates the journey from sea to market to table. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to make sure you're up to date on all the recipes, shopping tips, and industry news.
Thank you for joining us for today's Seafood 101 program. Seafood 101 is sponsored by the Seattle Propeller Club with the Port of Seattle. It's presented by the Alaska Bering Sea Crabbers, Bristol Bay Regional Seafood Development Association, Freezer Longline Coalition, and the Groundfish Forum. Special thanks to National Fisherman Magazine and Pacific Marine Expo. Visit PacificNorthwestSeafood101.com to check out all the delicious recipes, news, and upcoming events. See you next time as we continue to celebrate the journey from sea to market to table. Cheers!